Hello, I'm Florence, Dementia Engagement Specialist and the founder of Dementia Partnered Care, where I support people living with dementia and their families remain active and engaged as the dementia progresses. And today I wanted to talk more about why I decided to set up my Time to Shine group cognitive stimulation program for people living with dementia and their teammates who accompany them. This project is really based on two main frustrations that I've had in the past. The first is the belief that many people have that activities is just keeping the person busy, when in reality, it's so much more than that. It's keeping the brain active. And if you think about, let's say, bingo, well, when you play bingo, you have to hear the number, remember what number it is, look for it in your cards, decide if it is in there or not. And all of this requires attention, memory. This is important in everyday life. In addition to keeping the brain active, it's also helping to reduce stress. If you're a caregiver or someone living with dementia, I bet life is pretty stressful at the moment. And having activities that you can do that allow you to laugh, which is known to reduce stress, that allow you to be moving. And we all know that physical activity is good for stress, that allow you to breathe through the belly without having to actually concentrate on your breathing, which you would do if you sing, for instance, then you're actively helping reduce your own stress or the stress of the person living with dementia. Activities also enable us to highlight what's still possible for the person. I could give you examples of people who started playing balloon or basketball with me, even though they were in later stages of the dementia. And so many other activities where I may have thought that because it was an advanced dementia, it was not possible anymore, but I was proven wrong, and I'm so happy about it. All of this allowed me to use activities in times when the person was bored or in distress and just know what to offer to the person so that when they're asking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I actually had a response that wasn't sit down and watch TV. In addition to being frustrated about activities just keeping the person busy, I was also frustrated that when I actually found activities that worked with the person or conversations that really helped the person calm down in moments of distress, these were often not shared with the family because they weren't present when we were doing the activities. And as a result of that, there are times where the family is just lost, doesn't know what to talk about, what activity to offer, when we would have the response, but we're not there to share it. Sometimes also teammates, care partners, family members just don't know what activity to try or are scared of trying something and risking getting a frustrated response, which happens. And understandably, they avoid trying something new, even though it could be really fun. My goal as a caregiver, as an activity leader, as now an engagement specialist, has always been to provide family members with a toolbox of activities and things to do with their loved one so that they can decrease stress as much as possible and also respond to the stress when it's coming. Have ideas of things to try, have not just plan A, but plan A, B, C, and D of what to try when their loved one is asking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And those are the reasons why I decided to propose the Time to Shine group cognitive stimulation program for family members and people living with dementia to spend time together while the person living with dementia is activating the brain and the family is getting a toolbox to use at home. The whole program is based on cognitive stimulation therapy because cognitive stimulation therapy is based on research, and having something that is based on science and well research shows that it is beneficial for people living with dementia is just much more beneficial, I think, than just doing something at random. Another benefit to cognitive stimulation therapy is that it is structured. And so you will have the same dynamic every session of meeting, greeting, then warming up, having a main activity, and saying goodbye to each other. And it is also structured in the way that every session will have one main theme, for instance, physical activities or music, things like that. And this allows us to really have activities every time that are different, whether it is because of the nature of the activity, but also on the theme. If we do a quiz about music, it's completely different than if we do a quiz about science. And this will give us the opportunity to find the strength that the person still has and for you to use at home when you need it. These sessions are meant to be fun, interactive, and to also allow the person to feel in control. So you will have different options of activities that we can do rather than me saying, okay, we're going to do this today. You will have different options. And an option that will always be on the table is to just observe. You don't have to be active to be engaged in the activity. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me. I'd be happy to get in contact. Have a lovely day and see you soon. Bye.